Swiggity Soo, how'd you do, guys? This is Kid Pancham and I'm back again, guys, with another video. Before I go any further, guys, I'd like to just say sorry for not uploading over the last couple of weeks. Basically last week I was on holiday, and the reason I haven't uploaded this week is because basically I've just been trying to get back into the VGC mindset, you could say. Basically, I've never been this rusty before. I was only away for like 9 days, and ever since then I just can't get back into it. I'm not winning as many games as I'd like to. It's almost like I'm winning one game and losing a game each time. So it's a bit of a disclaimer right now, guys. So if I do end up, making a couple mistakes, then I'll try and work on them. So I'll look over this video and just see where I've gone wrong, and hopefully I can improve. So let's get straight into it. We are still using Scar Hybrid team. This is our last episode with it today, so I'm going to be bringing you guys 3 battles. Hopefully we can pick up, 3 wins, of course. The team is Mega Gardevoir, Amoonguss, Conkeldurr, Thundurus, Heatran, and Tyranitar. So basically, for me to try and get back into this, I've just been watching a load of like battle videos from like regionals, bit of OG, a bit of Cybertron, trying to get back in that spirit. We come against quite a cool team here, consisting of Banette, Venusaur, Arcanine, Rotom-Wash, Landorus, Ferrothorn, and Bishop. So basically, I'm pretty sure here that Banette and Venusaur are Megas. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case here. Look at my opponent's team. What Pokemon would he not want to bring to this matchup? That's what I want to look at right now. To be honest, I'd be surprised if my opponent here brought Bishop. Bishop gets threatened by pretty much everything here. Well, not everything, but Gardevoir can OHKO it. Conkeldurr can, Heatran can, Tyranitar can. So I don't think he's going to bring that. And for the other Pokemon, I don't think he's going to bring maybe Rotom-Wash, maybe. Or Arcanine. So I'm just going to work on concentrating on Banette, Venusaur, Arcanine, and Landorus. So straight away I know that Gardevoir's going to do a really good job here, as well as Amoonguss, so I think I actually just might open up with them 2 straight ahead. However, I think Conkeldurr might not be a bad option to open up with, only because, not very many of my opponent's Pokemon can touch it. Obviously, this one I think has Iron Fist. Let me just check. Yeah, he has Iron Fist, so if he does get burnt, then that's going to be a bit of trouble, but I doubt my opponent's going to be ballsy enough to actually burn it. I think I do want to open up Gardevoir. You know what? No, I'm going to open up Thundurus. That's the speed control I'm going to use for today. I want Tyranitar just because Tyranitar just puts on a lot of pressure onto my opponent. And for my last Pokemon, I think Heatran's actually not a bad call here. However, Gardevoir is our Mega. So do we want to play to that? Yeah, we do, because Psychic onto a Venusaur is going to do a lot of damage. So we open up Conkeldurr and Thundurus here as my opponent opens up with Banette and Rotom-Wash. Nice. So this is really good straight away. Basically what I can do here really is I can go straight for the knockoff onto Rotom-Wash if I want to, which I'm going to go for actually. And you know what, I might Thunderbolt it as well. In fact, right, so I'm going to knock off the Rotom-Wash. I'm actually going to Thunderbolt Banette. Hopefully that will put it into knockoff range from my Conkeldurr. So we do get a Thunderbolt. Well, we attempt to. He goes for Electro Web actually, which lowers our speed, which is quite a cool move actually. Electro Web is a bit like Icy Wind, but it's for electric type Pokemon. Icy Wind's obviously the more approved choice, because Icy Wind obviously doesn't have an immunity to ground types, and also it can get drawn away by Lightning Rod, and the other one, which is the one that Thundurus Fairy has, Volt Absorb. I think that's it. It could be it, I'm not sure. It doesn't sound right. Oh well, there's a lot of immunities to electric type moves, but however, nothing really is actually immune to Icy Wind, which is kind of cool. So we do get that knockoff onto Rotom-Wash, which actually knocks off its Citrus Berry, which is something that you're going to see quite often. So this turn I just want to go for a knockoff onto Banette. And you know what, no, this turn I'm going to Drain Punch Rotom-Wash. I'm actually going to Thunder Wave Banette. Hopefully he doesn't go for a taunt. He goes for disabling a Thunderbolt, that's fine by me. We do get the paralysis off. He goes for a Hydro Pump onto Thundurus, which is fine. I think I'm going to actually switch Rotom out. We do get a crit on a Drain Punch, which I feel kind of bad for on my opponent. So he does bring his Landorus here, which is fine by me. I think it might be Assault Vest, to be honest. just because he brought it in on an Ice Punch Conkeldurr, which means it's probably more bulky. So basically what I'm going to do this turn is that I'm going to Ice Punch it, and I'm going to bring in Tyranitar, because Tyranitar gets a special boost. Okay, so he switches into Bishop, I like it. So Banette is fully paralyzed, unfortunately, for my opponent. We do get that off onto Bishop here. This turn, what do I want to go for? So what does Tyranitar have? Right, so this turn, I'm thinking I'm going to Ice Punch Bishop still, because I think he can switch back into Landorus. I'm going to switch into Thundurus. He brings back in the Landorus, which is fantastic, because that means we do actually get the Ice Punch off onto it. We bring back in Thundurus just so we stop any Will-O-Wisp going on. Okay, yeah, so Ice Punch does get disabled. Good play by my opponent there. So what do I want to do this turn? I think I want to switch Tyranitar in for Conkeldurr. And I think I want to go for a Swagger onto Banette, but I think it's physical. You know what, I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt onto it. Or should I? You know what, no, I'm going to make the double switch this turn. So I'm going to switch into Tyranitar and Gardevoir. We do trust the Intimidate, which is fantastic. We do get that Intimidate off. And we bring in Tyranitar here. He goes for a Will-O-Wisp onto Gardevoir, thank God. Goes for a Rock Slide as well. Doesn't do too much damage because he does have the Intimidate on, which is fantastic. So basically this turn I'm just going to protect my Tyranitar. And do I want to do that? And I'm going to Hyper Voice. Yeah, I'm going to Hyper Voice. So I'm going to Mega. We do get the Protect off, which is great. He goes for a Will-O-Wisp onto Tyranitar, which is fantastic. He goes for another Rock Slide. Hopefully he doesn't get the flinch onto Gardevoir. He can, because we did have actually avoid it, which is fantastic. Get that Hyper Voice off, which does so much damage. So right, this turn, what do I want to do? You know what, this time I'm just going to Rock Slide and Hyper Voice, because basically no matter what, he's going to go down to either a Hyper Voice or a Rock Slide. We do get that Hyper Voice off, takes out both Pokemon, which is fantastic. We go for the Rock Slide, but obviously it doesn't do anything because we did actually take out both our opponents this turn. What I was really scared of him doing that turn is basically him protecting Banette. I go for a Hyper Voice and he disables it the next turn, which would be a bit of trouble. So my opponent says, why is my luck so bad? And he did actually just leave the match. Because of that, I'm not going to leave the match. I'm just going to go straight to another battle for you guys, and then obviously check on this one. So he has 60 seconds left to reconnect. That's fine by me. Right, so this is against a really cool, well, not a really cool team. I don't like this team at all. Only because of how standard it is. But we come against a Thundurus, Milotic, Kangaskhan, which I presume is the Mega, Landorus Fairy Form, Sylveon, and Heatran. So Thunder Wave is going to be really nice here, but I reckon Trick Room wouldn't be too bad. All I know is that my opponent is going to open up that Heatran, and I'm basically going to have Conkeldurr. I'm going to open up with Conkeldurr, and should I open up with Thundurus again? Yeah, I guess I could actually. I'm going to open up with Thundurus as well. So that should be alright. We did get a bit of RNG in our last game, so I do feel a bit bad about my opponent for that. So we do actually end up winning that battle because my opponent did, in fact, disconnect. So we're going to get rid of that one. We're going to go straight into this one, and let's see. Okay, so we're going to open up Conkeldurr and Thundurus. I really like Conkeldurr as a lead, actually. It's really good. I think I'm going to have Amoonguss in the back. Do I want that? You know what? I don't think I want to bring Thundurus this game. I'm going to open up Conkeldurr. And I think I'm going to open up with Amoonguss as well. Or Heatran. I'm going to open up with Heatran. I'm going to have Amoonguss in the back. Do I want Tyranitar? Yeah, no, I don't want Amoonguss. So I'm going to open up with Conkeldurr and Heatran. I want Tyranitar in the back, and I also want Gardevoir just to set up Trick Room if we need it. So I opens up with Thundurus and Milotic, which is fine. We open up with Heatran and Thundurus, which is Heatran and Conkeldurr, sorry, which is really good. So basically this turn I can go for a knockoff onto Thunder, so I really want. So I'm going to go for that. And we do have Hidden Power Ice on this Heatran. We have Focus Sash, so I'm actually going to protect us this turn. I'll just preserve that Focus Sash. So he goes for the Thunderbolt into Conkeldurr. Does he go for a double? Oh, he doubles up into it. Fantastic. Well, fantastic play for my opponent anyway. Right. So, we're in a bit of a tricky situation because we'll go down next turn if he doubles up into us again. So this time I'm going to switch in my Tyranitar here. And I think I'm going to go straight for the Flamethrower onto Thundurus. Yeah, I'm going to go for that play. So we bring in the Heatran here. We get the Sandstorm out. Oh wow, he goes for Swagger. We hit ourselves in confusion. Goes for Skull. Don't burn the Tyranitar. He doesn't burn us, which is fantastic. So basically this time I'm going to go for a Rock Slide. And I'm going to go for a Hidden Power Ice onto Thundurus just in case he decides to switch it out. If he switches it out into Tyranitar, into Landorus, sorry, that means we actually get the Oko, because Hidden Power Ice, well, not the Oko, but we get the knockout because Hidden Power Ice and Rock Slide will take out even if we are intimidated. He goes for straight for Thunder Wave actually. We hit ourselves in confusion again. He gets a Skull off this time. We get the Rock Slide though. We take out the Thundurus completely. We take life with damage, of course. Okay, this hasn't gone the best for us. So we bring in Landorus here, which is fine. So what do I want to do this turn? Right. I'm going to protect Tyranitar here, and I think I can bring Conkeldurr in here. Oh, so we get fully paralyzed. Wow, he goes for Rock Slide actually. I'm surprised. He goes for a Recover with Milotic, which is fine by me. So basically this turn I can go for a Rock Slide. I'm going to go for an Ice Punch into Landorus. I think it might be Scarfed. I hope it's Scarfed anyway. Milotic goes for a Protect, which is fantastic. Oh, he has Earthquake. Alright. I think this is game over, guys, because we can't really get rid of it. If Heatran wasn't confused, we'd have like a better time, but obviously my opponent got the Swagger on us, which is fine. We chose competitive, thank God, because if we chose Intimidate, we would have actually given Milotic a +2. So I'm going to Mega Evolve this turn. I'm actually going to go straight to the Trick Room. Going to protect Heatran. My opponent might be predicting this, but at this point I can't really, take any risks. So he goes for the Skull. He doubles up into Gardevoir. That's fine. We do get a Trick Room up, which is really good. This turn I'm going to Earth Power the Milotic. In fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to HP Ice the Landorus, and I'm going to go for a Hyper Voice. Yeah, I'm going to go for that play. So he protects the Milotic, which is fine. Get the Hyper Voice off, which does an okay amount of damage. He gets the Earthquake off. Does that mean he was slower than Heatran? Wow. My opponent was slower than Heatran. I didn't actually realise that. Oh well. Well, we ended up losing that game, unfortunately. We got absolutely destroyed in that match. But oh well. So one more battle for you guys today. See what I mean with these 1 wins, 1 losses. I'm not playing at my best. Oh god. We come against a really cool team here of Ampharos, which I presume is the Mega. Gastrodon Gourgeist. I don't know what size it is. It could be the small one actually. Aegislash, Talonflame, and Azumarill. The reason I said about the small Gourgeist is because depending on its size, it has different base stats. I think it's like if it's small, it has a higher speed stat. However, if it's bigger, it has a bigger defense stat. So, look at my opponent's team. To be honest, opening up with Gardevoir and Mungus is actually something I really want to go for. However, you know what? Now I'm going to open up with Heatran because Heatran does really well against this team overall. And I think I'm going to open up Tyranitar too. I want a Mungus in the back. And I actually want Gardevoir as well. So he opens up with, oh god. So he opens up with Talonflame and Ampharos here. I like the names. Just going to tell my opponent that. Love the names. Right. So, my opponent's open up with this Talonflame, this Ampharos here. Basically, what I really want to do here is just Earth Power the Ampharos and go for a Rock Slide. That's all I really need to do. Okay, so he protects the Ampharos, which is fine. He goes for a Discharge actually. Don't get a paralysis. Oh, he gets a paralysis. That sucks. Alright, this turn I'm just gonna go for a I'm just going to go for the Earth Power onto Ampharos. There's no reason not to, really. And I'm just going to go for another Rock Slide. Because my opponent's in a really tricky situation here. Basically, he can't really switch out any Pokemon for free, unless it's maybe the Gashadon. I could capitalize on that, but I don't really want to at this stage of the game. Just because I feel that, you know... okay, so he double switches into... Okay, yeah. So he switches into the Aegislash and also the Gashadon here, which is fine by me. What do I want to do this turn? I want to Flamethrower this Aegislash here. However... No, this turn I'm going to Flamethrower the Aegislash. Oh no, I don't know what to do here. Right. Right, this turn I'm going to switch out Amoonguss. I guess we'll switch in Amoonguss, sorry. And I'm going to go for the Crunch onto Aegislash. So switching Amoonguss here, he goes into Playform, gets the Flash Cannon off. We survive actually. Goes to Earth Power onto Amoonguss. Do we? Yes, we break through and we get the Crunch off. Nice. So we go down to Life Orb Recall, which I'm not bothered about at all. Right, what's he going to do this turn? He's going to bring in Talonflame. I know he is, yeah. There's Talonflame. Which is fine by me. So I'm going to switch in Heatran here for my Amoonguss. Going to Mega Evolve. And I'm going to go for the Psychic. You know what? I'm actually going to go for the Psychic straight onto Gashadon. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Psychic onto Gashadon. With our Mega Gardevoir. So he's switching Heatran here, which is fantastic. He goes for a Brave Bird onto Gardevoir. Good prediction there by my opponent. We get the Psychic off onto this Gastron here, which is fine for us. He's going to bring in this what's it called? He's going to bring this Ampharos here, which is fine. I'm going to switch in... Right. This time I'm going to go for a Flamethrower onto Talonflame. And I'm actually going to switch in a Amoonguss for my Gardevoir. Is that a good play? Yeah, it's alright because we don't need a Amoonguss at this stage anymore. He goes for the Protect actually with his Oh wow, and he goes for a Brave Bird onto Heatran. Okay, that's fair enough. We get a Flamethrower from the Talonflame to take it out. And basically this decides the game for us because he's got an Ampharos against, you know, 3 healthy Pokemon. So this turn I'm just going to go for the Earth Power onto it, and I'm actually just going to go for the Spore. The reason I'm going to go for the Spore is just in case, you know, Outspeed us, takes out Heatran. We can at least get the Spore off and win the game. Alright, so that's it guys. So we end up winning 2 games today and losing 1 unfortunately. It's not a terrible win rate, but I'd like to, you know, maybe get 3 wins every other time. So hopefully we can pick up 3 wins in the next episode. There will be a new team next episode as well, so I hope you guys look forward to that. So thanks so much for watching guys. Go check out my other content. Yet again, I'm super sorry for not uploading over the last couple of weeks. But anyway guys, so thanks for watching and goodbye.